Hello everybody, welcome to another quick video. I want to talk today about having gas, gear acquisition syndrome, and it's something I've been suffering from quite a bit. And I want to talk more about why, how, and really how I'm getting out of it. So we're in Whitby at the moment, it's quite breezy, clouds are a bit moody. I've got the 15mm on the GX9, I'm in monochrome, so we'll have a wander around, pick some bits and bobs up, and I'll talk to you more about why I've essentially realised that I've got too much gear and need to reduce it a bit. So long-time viewers of the channel will know I started out before Thursday in 2022 effectively. That's when I made the full switch. I bought the OM1 Mark 1 and basically started building a set of lenses that work with it. And it's been really good. I've really enjoyed the experience, but I've reached the point of actually sort of developing. So you buy a certain lens setup, then you develop onto the next one, you buy a different one, you buy a different one. And essentially now I'm sat on a lot of lenses that I don't use at all. And I've even still got my original EM1 Mark 1 that I first bought to sort of try Mark 4 thirds back in 21, just to see what it was like. I hardly ever use it though, so I'm wondering, is it now a case of having gear for gear's sake, or is it actually something it's useful? Especially since buying the GX9 and sort of the street setup that I've gone for. I'm wondering whether it's time to actually reduce the amount of gear I've got and look at why I've actually bought it in the first place. So that's what I want to have a quick chat about anyway. Something that I think a lot of people suffer from. It's more of a I want rather than I need. And with how easy things are to buy these days, it becomes almost an addiction. So let's turn back time a little bit. Let's go back to 2022 when I got the OM1. I've got the lenses that I've been using on the EM1 Mark 2, so I've got like the 75 to 300, bits like that. And I've upgraded, and I sort of got to the point where my upgrade path reached the point where I really didn't need anything else. But then you spot something else, you think, oh, I want that, that'd be nice. Oh, I want that one. Yeah, I've got the 30mm macro, fantastic lens, but I wanted the 60. Just give me that little bit of extra reach. And you always end up keeping the previous one, just in case, you never know. And it's reached the point where I've basically got a ginormous bag full of bits that I don't use anymore. So let's have a quick dive in and we'll show you what essentially I've done with it. So I've got too much gear, that's quite obvious. And it's things like this, the amazing 30mm macro, which is beautiful. It's a fantastic little lens, astonishingly clean, very, very usable lens. But I've got this, which is the 60mm macro, which I use more, mainly just because it's a little bit, I can get a little bit more depth. I don't need to be quite so close to things, so I tend to use that over that. So pointless having it, might as well go. Again, I've got the Lumix Leica 25mm, absolutely amazing lens, really, really clear, really, really well built, lovely bit of glass. But since I bought the Leica 15mm from the GX9, surplus to requirements, so it's got to go. And this one hurts. The 40-150 f2.8 Pro from Olympus, astonishingly good lens. So much so, this is probably the best telephoto zoom I've ever used for Mark 4 thirds. Factoring in sort of its focal range, obviously the big white's completely different. That's something completely different. But this is astonishing. But I've used it twice in the last 2 years. There's no point in me having this lens. It's just becoming a very expensive paperweight, and these things aren't cheap. So it's got to go. Simple as that. And the last bit that really, it does pain me a little bit, is this. My Olympus EM1 Mark 1. Got 100,000 shutter activations on this thing, and it was my introduction to Mark 4 thirds. This is what I bought first, just to give it a try, see if I liked it. And yeah, it's beautiful, but I just don't use it. I've got the EM1 Mark 2. I don't need this anymore. This is just keeping it for the sake of keeping it. So yeah, things are changing. So that's a very quick overview of some of the bits that I've bought. Yeah, just a quick glance through. And as you can tell, I've got quite a bit. So there's a few bits that I just don't use anymore. And it's always tempting to buy that next shiny thing, that next latest thing that will be maybe 1% better than the one that you've already got. I'm lucky enough that I can afford to do this, but really it's reached the point there's no point in doing it anymore. You get to a point where you hit saturation point, you don't know what to take out because you've got so much stuff, and that's where the gear acquisition syndrome really causes a problem. And obviously running a YouTube channel can make that even worse, because we're always looking out for that latest thing to feature as content. I mean, I do work with some of the manufacturers. They do contact me and sort of send me bits and bobs. I do turn down a lot because some of the stuff really doesn't have any kind of relevance to me at all. But as far as that goes, yeah, there's a nice amount of stuff that I can sort of use and it becomes useful in the bag. But I mean, I've got probably sort of going on for about 30 years of experience with sort of just general sort of technology gear. And as the technology moves on, you want that latest thing. It's just been driven into us. And it's a real hard habit to break. So, since I'm just starting to migraine off at the moment, I'll be taking a few minutes out now. So enjoy some shots around Whitby. So I'm back. Slightly fuzzy, but I'm back. As I was saying, when you've got so much gear, you don't know what to do with it. It really helps to actually tie things down and minimalise your setup, which is why what I've done, I've actually gone for essentially a street setup. GX9 being the key to it, the 15mm, the 12 to 32 and the 45mm. Stupidly sharp lenses, very versatile, gives me everything I could ever need in the street. Perfect. Landscape wise, I've got the 12 to 100. I've got the 7 to 14, which is a great wide angle setup. Essentially, I don't need any of the other lenses for landscape. Now, I don't do a great deal of landscape anyway. I do find it very slightly boring, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do enjoy it, but I prefer the street, the wildlife, stuff like that. Talking about the wildlife, I've got Big White. It's as good as it's ever going to get. So that is my wildlife setup. Big White on the OM1. I'll never need anything else. All the rest of the stuff, essentially it's surplus to requirements. So obviously there is the elephant in the room. I still have a Canon 5D Classic. I still have a 50mm for said 5D Classic. I also have the Canon 24 to 105 f4L lens for the 5D Classic. They're staying. I originally had a 5D Classic some years back and I stupidly sold it. This one isn't quite as tidy as that one, but there is something about the shooting experience with that thing that is unbelievably good. There's something different, almost so stripped back. It's like shooting film but in a digital format, and it's fantastic. I'll never get rid of that camera. I made the mistake of selling it once. I'll never sell this one again. So there you go. That gives us what we've got. We've got an excess of gear. We don't need an excess of gear. So time to clear some stuff out. So things are moving around. Down below in the video description, there is a list of gear that I'm keeping and I use. So essentially that is my list. I'll put links to all the stuff that I can find on Amazon. So they are affiliate links, so I'll get a little tiny bit to make that very clear. They're not anything sort of more expensive or other than that. Occasionally you still get them with a bit of a discount on there as well. So yeah, they're down below. That's what I'm keeping. That is my gear going forward. I'm also going to pop a page actually on the website, which is just there, which basically just lists the gear that I'm using. I won't be listing the 5D on there because that's something a little bit different, but this is my day-to-day gear that I'll be keeping going forward, and that's what I've got. And what I need to try and do is not buy anything else, but I can't guarantee it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, if you thought the video has been useful and you've enjoyed some of the shots, please do hit the like button. Really helps out. And if you're not subscribed, please do hit subscribe. It's free of charge, but it helps the channel out no end. But from a very bright and breezy Whitby, suffering from the after effects of a migraine, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.
Four feet on the stripes in the Alabama highway, out there in the open, just a wishing and a hoping. I could smell the pines when I let you in the doorway. Took the seat next to mine like you've been there before. I'm befriended in an illusion. I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side. I'm befriended in an illusion. At the end of my bed, in the palm tree lightning, it was nothing you did, I just felt my low lightning. Now we talk all the time, it's a little one-sided.